My wife is not as interested in sweets as much as she is interested in savory items. So for her birthday, rather than making a cake, I made a savory item for her. This was a lot more difficult for me to make than the cake. I hope she likes. This is made with roasted peanuts and it's a savory item. The lettering, which has gone so terrible, written as Happy Birthday, Komala. I did it with the chocolate syrup I made the other day. I hope she likes it. This will be for her birthday tomorrow.
Hi friends, in case you are new here and are looking for healthy recipes that are delicious as well as visually appealing, then you have come to the right place. I make recipes that do not require any heating, just raw ingredients the way Mother Nature provided. That's how I have been living for over 2.5 years now.
I added 1 cup of roasted peanuts, half cup of flaxseed powder and half teaspoon of salt. In this case I have used sea salt but you can use any salt. We will process this until it is a fine powder. I think this texture will be fine. If you over process it, the roasted peanuts will turn into a peanut butter. I changed the blade to a plastic mixing blade and I added some jeera, about 1 tablespoon and 3 green chilies, finely cut. I have not included them in the first step because I do not want these to be ground along with the rest of the items. We are now just mixing. I will now process this at a low speed using that plastic plate just for mixing and adding water slowly. I have about a little over half a cup but I don't think I will be using all of this. We want to make a fine dough. So scraping the sides as needed. We'll process it once or twice more until there is a clean dough. So this is how it ended when I completed processing. As you can see, like a wheat flour atta that we make for rotis or bread, a nice dough has formed now. So I can flatten the dough and be able to remove it easily. I am greasing the cutting board with some pure coconut oil. Hopefully this will help me remove the dough after it is flattened easily. I have taken the entire dough and put it on the cutting board and now just flatten it with fingers or with a rolling pin, whichever is comfortable. We can use that. I am using hands for now. So that's how I flattened it using my fingers. I'm not comfortable at using rolling pin, so just did it with hands and also made a hole in the middle so that it can fit into the dehydrator tray. Now the challenge is to put this carefully into the dehydrator tray I will use a steel spatula such as this, and hopefully I'll be able to remove it. Then slowly dropped the entire batter dough into the hydrator tray. So this is how this looks after I've been able to successfully put into the dehydrated tray. So we'll let it dehydrate now in about 45 degrees temperature or so, which maintains the raw food healthiness. Nutrients will not be lost. By the time this will become brittle, I think it will be a minimum of 3 to 4 hours. So I am waiting to see this actually tomorrow, although I would check it tonight late again.
This is how it turned out eventually, and it does taste good, I think.
I hope you have enjoyed watching this video today, and if you did, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and don't forget to click on the notification bell icon, because I will be posting, and I have already posted, several recipes. You might find at least some of the ones that I have posted for your liking. So here is one where I made some interesting watermelon basil juice. This is a different kind of flavored watermelon juice. You might like it. So before the watermelons are out from the market, maybe you want to make one. Check it out how I made this. Thanks for your time anyway.